What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Greetings from the Garden State. I'm Mike Ham. We are here at Asahda's Soulfood in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton. Karima, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. How y'all living?
I'm living great. I'm so excited to be here. So we met actually at an event at one of my former guests, Daddy Maddie's. That was really cool.
Oh,
and he was like, "Have you met Karima yet?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "You have to meet Karima."
Absolutely.
And I was like, "Okay." And then we met, and now here we are. It's like that's how it works.
It couldn't wait.
Yeah, it could not wait. So let's do like a little bit of background on you.
Okay.
And just so we kind of like the people can learn a little bit about you and and everything you have going on.
All right.
So are you from Jersey originally?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brick City.
Yeah, Brick City, the city of tomorrow since
say that.
for a while. But I love Newark, love going down to Newark. So do you still live around there? Do you live around here now?
No, I live in Morris County for the last 15 years.
Cool, awesome, yeah, nice. So I did not realize until we were just chatting before we started doing this episode that like this is obviously, I'm sure, a full-time job running a restaurant like this.
Absolutely.
But you also have another full-time job.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. So I am an educator during the day.
Nice.
And I run my business during the evening and on the weekends.
Okay. So like when do you actually have time to do anything else besides work?
Oh, I make time. I promise you that. I make time. I try to take a day off, which there is no days off actually. Sure. But I squeeze in, some me time.
You gotta
take care of me.
You gotta fill the cup back up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another thing is if I feel overwhelmed anytime, I'm a firm believer of taking a day off.
Yeah.
Unscheduled, unplanned, all of that.
Just go for it.
That right there, because I'd rather do that than to have anyone come in here and step over me on the rug because I've passed out.
Yeah. So that's the other thing I was asking too, or wanted to ask, was like you're kind of like the not only person, but you're here by yourself quite a bit, right?
I'm here alone quite a bit. I do have help.
Yeah.
But I would like some more help. We are hiring, okay?
Shout out to the community.
Let's just put that out there. I am hiring. We are looking for some servers. The weather is breaking. It's time to get ready to line the seats and the tables outside. We have a beautiful patio, beautiful parking lot that can be blocked off anytime. We have venue space. So we are hiring. I am looking for an assistant, a couple of servers. Come through. Holla at your girl.
I like that you were standing right into the camera from
Absolutely.
now on.
I need to let them know.
You. Yeah,
that
exactly.
right there.
Yeah. So how long has Asahda's been here?
So December 8th, we made a year.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah. So I got the place September of 2020.
Nice.
In the midst of all the madness.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sure it's like the perfect time to open up a place like this.
Talk about it. And I can't say that it's been easy, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And so, like, what was the, impetus behind being like, you know what, I'm going to open up a restaurant?
You know what? This is not my first rodeo.
Okay.
So I had my first restaurant and venue space in Newark, New Jersey, in the neighborhood that I grew up in.
Yeah.
In 2017, I had to close. And, every loss is not a loss.
Sure.
So patiently, I waited to find another spot. I continued to cater. And then I came through town on one of my so-called exercise kicks, doing my walks. And there was this big sign in the window. At first, I had my eyes on Namkeen, which was one of the old sandwich shops, I believe.
Okay.
And then when I went to look back, after I took a picture of it, it already was... The windows was all taped up and coming soon. I was like, ugh. So then coming past here, I saw this, and I had no clue that there was the full parking lot, the venue space, the patio. I just thought it was, the front part.
Space, yeah.
And I called. Actually, me and my girlfriend were riding by. I said, you know what? Stop. Like, we're in the middle of traffic. Let me get a picture of this. The cars are honking. We like,
Got more important things to do.
be quiet. Wait a minute,
Right.
And I was calling, and I thought they weren't returning my call, but I wouldn't stop calling. Come to find out, they had returned my call a few times, and I had messages that I wasn't checking. So
It happens to anybody. Yeah.
finally, I met up with the guys, and I got in here, and I was sold.
Yeah.
I was sold. I mean, there was a little bit of work to be done, but I could see, my vision was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Right.
Then when I found out about the venue space and the patio
there,
and the full parking, I was like,
Yeah.
this is the best spot.
Right, because you're like right. I mean, when I walked around the corner, I was just like right here. Yeah,
This is
it's
the
perfect.
best spot, I must say. The best spot on the main street.
Yeah. So the original spot that you had in Newark, was that basically like the same style of place that this
Absolutely. Much bigger, though.
is? Okay.
It was much bigger. I had so much space there.
Yeah.
I'm talking, people had horses at the events in the backyard and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's how large the space was.
Yeah.
I was so in love with the space, but some things work out and some don't.
Yeah.
But like I said, every loss isn't a loss, and what's for you is going to be for you. Look
Exactly.
At this, God had all of this planned for me. I was just waiting to receive, and
Yeah.
I'm here.
Right. And so, like, I'm sure, like, it must be a much different experience having, like, a restaurant like this in Chatham than it was in Newark.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure for a lot of reasons. Yeah.
But let me tell you this is where I belong.
Yeah.
And when people ask me all the time, because for one, no one can believe a soul food restaurant is in Chatham.
Right.
And not only in Chatham, but on the main street.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
Yeah. Here and thriving.
Oh, yeah. That right there.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy here. I'm very happy here.
That's awesome.
This
I love
is
that.
where I belong.
Yeah. No, this is, I mean, like I said, perfect spot. And like you said, who would even think that a place like this exists? But that just means that there aren't enough of these kinds of places around, and you're filling that void for sure. So
Absolutely.
like culinary background. So obviously you had like the other restaurant. Were you like always cooking? Do you have like a
Always.
professional cooking background, or were you just kind of like, you know?
I come from a family of cooks
Okay.
on both sides.
Awesome.
And I spent a lot of time in the kitchen and growing up with my grandparents and the garden in the backyard
Yep.
and all of that stuff like that.
Nice.
My mom's a really good cook. All my aunts, the uncles, my dad, he's a great cook. So it's just in me. It's in my DNA.
Exactly. Yeah. So then, like, I mean, I there's one thing. I mean, like, I like to cook. But,
Okay.
like, I don't think I would ever open up a restaurant just because, like, I mean, I basically just take my time and drink and only cook for, like, myself and a couple other people.
Well, I mean, I take my time and I drink too, but I cook for a lot of people.
Yeah, right.
And I love doing it.
Yeah.
I love doing it. I love meeting new people. I love giving back. Everything is not about a dollar,
Yeah.
so I give back a lot.
Right.
And I love it here. Like, everybody's not only my friends and my family. I've met some amazing, amazing, amazing people since I've been here. And when I got here, it was all about, the Black Lives Matters and all of that stuff. All lives matter.
Yeah.
And I felt like everyone was so, like, genuine, like, in my gut, in my heart, like, my soul, my spirit. Like, the way that they treat me up here
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then, like, we're gonna get a lot into that, like, in the
yeah.
community section, just because I think, like, that's really cool to see. Like, you see, like, any of the places that we've had on so far. So I think this is gonna wind up
yeah.
being like episode 30 or 35 or somewhere in
Okay.
that like range. But
Okay.
but like that's one of the things that you tend to see. Like, all the people we've had on have been just like such good people.
Oh, yeah.
And then like they vibe with the community, and
Oh,
you
my
always just
God.
vibe with good people.
Some amazing people.
Yeah.
I'm very blessed.
Yeah, no,
I'm very
it's
blessed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But the other thing I was going to ask too, so like your family cooks, good cooks. Did any of them have restaurants, or were they
No.
just more like at home,
More at
cooking
home
for like the
and,
family
yeah.
and everything like that? So
No.
then, at what point are you just like, I'm gonna take this to the next level and I'm gonna open up my own shop?
It's just what I felt. Prior to, like, all of this, I've always catered and cooked.
Yeah.
Out of home, out of satellite kitchen, assisting others. soup kitchens, things like that.
Yeah.
So I have a medical background for like 20 plus years.
You're like all over the place.
I am.
Medical background, teacher.
I am,
cook,
because you know what?
everything.
I feel like I follow my heart.
Yeah.
Whatever I feel like doing, that's what I do.
That's awesome.
That's just how I've always been.
Yeah.
So I've ran like surgery centers, doctor's offices. I've been in the OR. Like I've pretty much been in every specialty.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved and enjoyed doing. Although when I returned back to school, I said, wait a minute, what am I gonna do? So I went and got my first degree in early childhood development.
Yep.
And I did nothing with the degree for several years. And I met a young lady that saw something in me that I wasn't even thinking about.
Right.
And that's when my name got spoken in a room that I didn't even know about until later on.
Your ears start ringing.
And boom,
Yeah.
there it was. So I started, teaching, and I left. I skipped over something too.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because I went into the academy.
Okay.
Actually.
All right.
And I was almost through with the academy.
Yeah.
But the opportunity for opening up the business came, and I jumped on it, and I said,
Yeah.
the heck with the academy.
Yeah. Right.
So
And here we
that
are.
was that's right there.
Yeah. And now you're on this show.
That right
well, I mean,
there.
like,
Yeah,
after a
exactly.
couple more years, but yeah. Awesome. No, I love that.
Yeah,
So,
I'm all over the place.
No,
It's all good,
I mean, like,
though.
listen, I sell insurance,
Okay.
and I do this, and I do like a lot of other stuff. So, like, I'm down with the whole doing like a lot of
you
different
have
things.
to have multiple crafts.
Yeah, yeah,
Have to. I have
Right.
certifications and all kinds of stuff, but we don't have to get into all of that. I know this is about me.
it's all about you. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said to you when you walked in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
although, we don't have to talk all about me. All right?
Well, that's great because in the second segment here, which we're gonna get to in a minute, we're gonna learn about what goes on here and like what people can come to expect when they walk
yeah.
in, which I know is gonna be. That's probably the most excited I am about this whole episode.
Okay.
So we're going to take our first break
All right.
of this episode. So this is the Greetings from the Garden State podcast. I'm Mike Hamm. We're here at Asahda's Soulfood in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton. We'll be right back. It is time for Today in New Jersey History. Bruce Springsteen auditioned for Columbia Records A&R honcho John Hammond in New York City on May 2nd, 1972. Hammond was so impressed with the audition that he immediately arranged for Bruce to play at the Gaslight Club that evening to share his discovery with fellow label executives. And that is Today in New Jersey History. All right, we're back for segment 2 of this episode of Greetings from the Garden State. I'm Mike Hamm. We are here at Asahda's Soulfood in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton. There we go. So in the first segment, we learned all about your background. I'm sure there's plenty more because it just seems like you got a lot going on, which I love, like we talked about. But we're here to talk about Asahda's.
Absolutely.
So let's just do like very basic description. What is Asahda's Soul Food? If they can't figure it out from the name, we'll spell it out for them a little bit.
Okay, so Asahda's Soul Food is love,
Okay.
is peace, is harmony, is family. It's great things. I mean, it's mood changing.
Yeah.
You walk through the door, whatever your mood is, I promise you it's gonna change. And it's not gonna go downhill, but it's gonna go all the way up.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Everything is about a great time. I mean, it's smiles, it's laughter, it's great people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of new people. It's me.
Right. Which should be, I mean, right out of the gate, like that should be
That's
enough.
right.
You know? So
All my food is made with love. And I know this, but it feels good to hear it from everybody that comes through this door.
yeah.
They say how when they walk in here, it feels like home.
Yep.
People come and they don't want to leave. And I'm fine with that because while you're still chatting, I'm cleaning up and prepping for whatever I have to prep for next.
Right.
So I'm always cool with that. I mean, it's just a great time.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is.
No, I love that. So, like, what are some, like, basic stuff that people can, like, expect to get when they're here? Like, food items.
Okay, so I cook just about everything.
Okay.
I can cook just about anything. Some of the things that they love,
Yeah, let's hit them with the highlights.
they love fried chicken.
Oh.
If I fried chicken every day, they would be good with that.
Yeah.
They love barbecue. Sometimes I pull the grill out and I'm smoking and the food can't make it off the grill inside. Turkey wings. Oh, let's not talk about the oxtails.
That's actually something I've never had, but I've always wanted to try it.
Oh, I'm going to have to hit you up the next time I make them.
Yeah, hit me up. Definitely.
I make everything. They love cornbread. They love macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Cabbage, jerk chicken. I mean, shrimp and grits. You name it, it's
I love
here.
shrimp and grits.
Ooh.
Oh.
So when you come here, you can expect a lot of things. I have a new baker on board.
Cool.
Shout out to my new baker, Cupcakes by Nikki. Look up, y'all. She's amazing. She's been coming through with all kinds of desserts. I bake, but I don't have time for that. I want to focus on my food and my events. Banana puddings, strawberry shortcakes, peach cobblers, all kinds of cakes. I mean, she's amazing. She does it all. And I make amazing sweet potato pies, so I would never allow anyone to make my sweet potato pies.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because mine are the best.
Right, there's nobody better.
No.
Yeah.
My grandmother, and she's no longer here, okay? But you can expect a lot of stuff in here. We have venue space.
Yep.
So if you're looking to book any type of event, meeting, gathering, big or small, if weather permitting, we can open the patio up. I can block the entire parking lot. I think the town is used to me now. I mean...
Karima's just going to do Karima. We're just going to deal with it. Yeah.
We have DJs in here, outside, bouncy house. You might ride up and the lot is blocked and there's a full carnival going on. Food trucks everywhere. I mean, you just never know. I've had a comedy show here, 120 plus people.
Nice.
Turned the parking lot into an event space and... we just rocked out. We have a lot of cigar and bourbon events.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Pop-up shops.
I want to spend a lot of time here, I could imagine.
Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Yoga. I mean, whatever you name. Karaoke. We do it all.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. So one of the things that I thought was interesting, and like this would be a question, is like today's menu. Over there it says, I mean, this was whatever day, I guess yesterday.
Okay,
Fried chicken, baked mac and cheese, green beans, cornbread. So is that like... that's what you're selling that day?
So what happens...
if you order something else, if you order shrimp and grits on Monday and that's not on the menu, take a hike.
Everyone knows that already.
Yeah.
They already know that at Asahda's, the menu changes every couple of days, sometimes every day.
Yeah.
So we sell out a lot here because at Asahda's, when you walk through the door, this is like walking into my home.
Yeah.
I spend a lot more time here sometimes than I do my own home.
Sure.
So... when you come in the house, your family makes a certain amount of food.
Right.
And when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get seconds, sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
And then you plan the next meal.
Right.
And that's the way it is at Asahda's.
Yeah. So like, what goes into like putting together those daily menus? It's just like, you know what? Today I'm going to make chicken. Today I'm going to make catfish. Today I'm going to make this.
And I'm not gonna lie, you hit it right there on the nose.
Yeah. Just like whatever's flowing through your
whatever
veins
my
that day.
mood is, and now it's so funny because I get a lot of inboxes.
Yeah.
Are you open today? Blah, blah, blah. What's on the menu? Sometimes, they don't look at the menu first. They inbox me, and I don't mind. And I say, no, remember, Tuesdays I'm closed. But I'll be there tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I just hope that it's going to be fried chicken, mustard or turnip greens, mac and cheese, and cornbread. And I'll be like...
yeah. Well, I guess we oughta. Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it's pretty much what I feel. I've tried putting the menu out for Monday through Sunday. It doesn't work for me.
No. Just like...
I'm a lot happier in the middle of the night or while I'm driving, like, okay, what am I going to give them tomorrow? What have they not had?
Yeah.
Or what is it that they love a lot? Sometimes I'll put fried chicken and I'll add another entree. Sometimes there's 2 to 3 entrees on the menu.
Okay.
With a whole bunch of sides.
Yeah. It's like a big day.
Exactly. Sundays. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, they love fried chicken. I've gotten so many phone calls and messages. So whatever, let me just get in here and rock out.
Yeah. No, I love that. So like when they come in here, so like you got this thing here with the,
this is
the buffet trays.
One of the most important parts and pieces of Asahda's is my steam tray. Because I can prepare all my sides.
Right.
Like anytime I'm frying anything, whether fried fish or fried chicken, that's another thing. You get it fresh.
Yeah, because if you don't, it gets like all soggy.
Exactly,
gross.
And you're not gonna leave here talking about me.
Yeah. Right, and that's
we're not doing that.
Yeah, right.
So in here, what I'll do if I'm doing something other than a fried food, my turkey wings, baked chicken, barbecue chicken, whatever the case may be, I can prepare it and load up and then load up all the sides. So when they come in, they just order, or when the orders are called in, or they DM me, or whatever way they getting through to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it saves time. And around here, the town likes everything right now.
Right. Yeah.
So this works out great.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a good idea.
But they're used to the fact that if you want chicken, it's best to call me, because sometimes I can have so many orders.
Yeah.
That there's a hour wait.
Yeah.
And they don't mind. They
Right.
say, no problem, we'll wait.
Yeah. Well, because they know it's so good.
Or
Yeah.
That right there.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So then, where do people go to get the menu? Like, I've seen it on Instagram.
I post it daily on Instagram, Facebook. A lot of them call me.
Yeah.
So I put it up here, so when they're passing, so yeah.
Yeah.
And that works well for me.
Right.
I have the website, I just didn't launch it yet, but the IG and the Facebook is enough for right now to me.
Yeah. Could you put enough information out there so people know?
Exactly. All the events, everything goes up there, and they love the IG page.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that.
it. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, like the IG page, like I told you, like right after we met, and then I emailed you the next day. Like that night when we got back from that event, I was like going through like your Instagram page, and if I wasn't already so full from Matt's thing, I was just like, oh my god, like we got to go there like ASAP. Yeah. I mean, we haven't made it, but like we're gonna come.
All right, you're coming.
Yeah.
You're
No,
coming.
we definitely will.
I'm patient.
Yeah. So like, I guess I didn't ask this before, but like I know you mentioned like barbecue stuff and soul food stuff, but like, and you said you can cook anything, but why was soul food the thing that you just landed on and was like, this is what I'm gonna bring to the food world?
Because this is what I grew up on.
Yeah.
And this is what I grew up around. And this is a part of my culture.
Yeah.
So why not?
Right.
I can make the spaghetti and the baked ziti and the lasagna and the stuffed shells and the this and the that. I put that in there sometimes, but this is where my heart is at.
Yeah.
I grew up around soul food, sitting around the long table at my grandmother's house with the beans and the rice and the this and the that. And a lot of people thinks I'm from the Caribbean too, like some of the dishes that I make.
Yeah.
And looking at me, but I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Brick City, born and raised. Just a girl from Newark that wanted more, and I went for it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. No, I love that. So like, looking into the future, like, because now you have like somebody helping you out with like the bake stuff, and like I'm looking over there with like the coffee stuff over there.
Oh yeah.
Like, are you like look into the future, being like, ooh, maybe we could try this one day, and like change it up and like try to do different things, or are you just gonna like stay true to like what you're doing right now and just keep rolling with it because it rocks? That's a hard question.
To be honest, I'm open to different things, but I'm never gonna change the soul of it.
Yeah.
This is Asahda Soul Food Restaurant. I cook with love. It comes straight from my soul. This is where your soul meets my food, and where my food meets your soul.
Yeah.
And it's gonna stay like that. Now, will there be a number 2? Maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will there be another venue space? Maybe. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be Asahda Soul Food.
Love it. And then like you got to tell me like what the experience is like working all day and then like being here and cooking all night. Is that just something that just like feeds you? So you're just like, not literally, but spiritually, I guess, and just like that's what kind of like keeps you going, because that's, I mean, like we said before, that's logging a lot of hours.
It is a
and then
lot.
just like driving to work and being like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do for the menu today, and then posting it and then just getting here and going for it.
It is a lot. I thought when I was teaching before I opened this up.
Yeah.
And with the whole pandemic and all of that stuff, there's a lot of changes, and I did not want to do the Zoom and all of that stuff. It's a lot. I'm in school still myself, and I stopped because we are not in the classroom. I was in the actual classroom.
Yeah.
I can't do, it's too much.
Right. It's hard to lock in.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a little tiring when I decided to go back because it slowed down a little, in which it slowed down for everyone.
Yeah.
But when it came to making a conscious decision of do you sit and you open up and you turn lights on and you cook all of this food and nobody's coming through, or do you sit down and think about it? And I went back and forth with it. Do you go back to doing something else that you love, where you're making money and things like that? Karima, hello.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I thought that I would be exhausted.
Yeah.
Because now I have to get up early, a lot earlier.
Sure.
Get myself together, make sure everything's packed and ready when I'm going into the classroom with the kids. And you got to have your mind right.
Right, because they'll tear
they
you down.
will run tracks up and down you. They know when you're tired.
Oh yeah, and they have
and they
sixth
play
sense.
on it.
Yeah.
But I am not she, and she is not me. Okay? So my kids, they know. And I love them. And you know what? It worked out so well because I feel like I needed them just as much as they needed me.
Sure.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Not only just the salary, but just seeing them and talking with them and stuff like that. We needed each other. So the reciprocation was there. It's good.
No, I love that.
And sometimes I'm in here late because I have to prep. I'm either in here early in the morning or I'm in here late because I'm prepping. Because when I leave from the school, I change the hours to where I'm opening at 5, which means when I come in here, it's no sitting down.
Yeah.
It's no playing around. I can't pour me a cocktail. Mind you, this is a BYOB, so when y'all come through,
BYO, yeah.
Bring your stuff with you, okay? I like white wine.
Just in case you want to bring some for Karima, too.
But,
yeah.
So I come in here, I can't sit around.
Yeah. You got to go.
I got to put my stuff down and wash my hands, put on my apron, and turn the lights on and get to getting.
Yeah.
Because within a couple of hours, I'm opening my doors.
Yeah, and it's not the kind of food that you could just be like boom, it's done.
And nothing
it's got to take some time and some heart,
Nothing gets frozen. You don't get anything frozen.
Yeah.
And reheated and microwaved and all of that stuff. This is all fresh food daily that I make.
Right. Which I think is just so interesting, too, because, the menu is just kind of whatever's kind of with you, and you're just I'm doing this today, and then you have, it's not like you just can go in the morning and go to the market and get some whatever.
No, I have to prepare.
Yeah.
I have to prepare myself for the classroom. I have to prepare myself for here. You got to prepare yourself for home because, although I'm in the classroom and I'm here running my business, I still have to take care of me.
Yep.
I still have children. They're older, but they still need me.
Sure.
Got my man, he needs me. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Pulled in a lot of directions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody, I must say, I have a really great support system.
Yeah.
The mister is very supportive. My daughter, I named this place after my last daughter.
Okay.
So that's where Asahda comes from. Asahda.
Yeah.
So she's helpful, but she's doing her own little thing right now. I have a group of amazing, my tribe. I have an amazing tribe. My sisters come through sometimes when I call them and sometimes without me calling. And they come in here and they show up and they show out.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them. I appreciate y'all. So when y'all watch this, know that your sister loves you.
That's right, yeah.
I have some amazing brothers. I belong to a fraternal organization. I'm an Eastern Star.
Okay.
And they come through and the support is it's crazy love around here.
Yeah. That's a great segue. So we're going to take our second break of this episode, our last break of this episode. We're going to get into our community stuff here in a minute. So this is the Greetings from the Garden State podcast. I'm Mike Ham. We are here at Asahda Soulfood in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton. We'll be right back. It is time for your New Jersey fun fact of the day. When New Jersey did get its current name, it was named for Jersey Island off the coast of the United Kingdom. And that is your New Jersey fun fact of the day. All right, we're back for our last segment of this episode with Asahda Soulfood in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton. I'm Mike Ham. This is the Greetings from the Garden State podcast, of course. You should know that by now. So first segment, we did your background, kind of all the stuff that you have going on. Mm-hmm. Second segment, we learned about everything that goes on here at Asahda's. Excuse me. So last segment, and we did a good job segueing into this. So that's a good pro podcast guest move by you. All of a sudden now I'm like, I need to clear my throat 100 times. But community. So like every episode that we do, we always try to tie it back into the community in some way, because everything we do here on this show is all about New Jersey and the people and the communities that we make up. And so that was a really cool thing that you were talking about with your personal community.
Yes.
But one of the things that we were talking about before we even started was how cool even just this little community that I've started with this podcast has been, because we met, like we said at the beginning, at the event at Daddy Maddie's.
Yes.
And Amrish was there, and he's a former guest, and Matt's obviously a former guest. And then we met, and here we are. So, like, talk to me a little bit about that, like the communities that you found yourself in and how supportive they've been of, like, all the stuff that you've been doing.
Everyone is wonderful. When I say this is where I belong, I mean this is where I belong.
Yeah.
I have had the entire, from the startup to now, has been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been very easy. I can't lie, I had a problem with maybe one, area.
Sure. Yeah.
Although after I spoke on it, that's why let me say this. A closed mouth does not get fed. Ask not, want not. You cannot hold on to things and harbor it and be upset, because it'll only make you upset.
Yeah.
And when you're upset with one person, you can't take it out on everyone.
Right.
You have to speak on it.
Yeah.
Try to get some help with it. And that's what I did. And I haven't had any problems since.
Right.
So when I say this town is amazing, the borough is amazing, the mayor's really cool, the councilman, the councilwoman, I mean, Lynn, he comes through from the time I started. He has come through and checked on me like all the time.
Yeah.
That's the councilman.
Right.
Thank you, Len.
Shout out, Len. I don't know. I'm not sure if Len watches this show or not. But
Councilwoman, everyone is really good. Everyone that I've had to encounter when it's time to renew the license, the fire department, the chief, or whoever it is that has to come out and do the inspection. Everyone is so cool.
Yeah.
Everyone. So they support me. Anytime I had the grand opening, finally.
Yep.
I did the soft opening, I had the grand opening. They all showed up.
Yeah.
They showed up with their family. They all bought dinners. They stayed. They didn't just come. The mayor, he had a whole speech written. Cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
It was great.
Right.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
And the town, let's talk about the town.
Yeah.
The businesses. And not just Chatham. But I have people that come from Florham Park.
Yep.
I have people that come from Madison to support me. They're just great.
Yeah.
And everyone in this town, for the most part, has come here to Asahda's and supported me. Not once, not twice, but multiple times.
Right.
And even though they're running their own restaurants.
Yeah, exactly.
And they still, Daddy Maddie, how you doing, honey? and even though him and his wife is amazing, there's some beautiful people.
Oh, they definitely are.
And I met his wife and his son before I met him.
Okay.
I'm sitting in 54 Main, and I had on one of Asahda's shirt, and he just came and sat next to me like, we started talking, had a couple of cocktails, and been cool ever since. But they come here, they support me. He's come here and bought dinner for his entire staff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, where do you see that happening at?
You don't. I mean, you do, but not often. No.
Tim Ward. This woman, she supplied all my coffees, the sugar, the stirrers, the cups, the everything, had everything. She came here with them, delivered all this stuff for me for my opening.
That's amazing.
Like, you got my boy from Madison Wine.
Shout out Amrish.
Hey,
you got a shout
and
out
his
Amrish.
crew.
Yeah.
Like, everybody. And when I walk, I can't forget Next Door, Madison Bagel. I can't forget Patricia. Patricia came and brought desserts and all kinds of stuff. She's here all the time. I just can't forget anybody.
I know, yeah. You're gonna leave somebody out if you keep going, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, like they come from everywhere. Like I'm just trying to remember everybody. And if I leave anyone out, charge it to the head and not my heart.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Bank of America. They came over here. They tell me they watched when I opened from the window. I've catered for them for their luncheon. Like Bernie from Sharp Looks. That's my girl. I cook for their homes. And to my customers are amazing.
Yeah.
I love y'all. I get emotional when I speak about them.
Right.
Because anytime, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm still a work in progress. I've
We
come
all
a long
are.
way.
Yeah.
But anytime I'm supposed to open at 3. Oh, this is my friend outside too. Anytime I'm supposed to open at 3, and sometimes it doesn't work out that way. That's life.
Yeah.
And they're calling. And guess what they say?
How you doing? Oh, is
We'll
everything okay?
wait.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
No worries. We'll be back. You want me to pay now? Blah, 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 blah. These families order for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people at a time.
Right. Yeah. It's insane.
The dessert. Insane is an understatement. The amount of love that they show. And I can't forget my people that come all the way from Newark, Irvington, East Orange, the Oranges, Bloomfield, Montclair, here, there, everywhere. I love y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all. I'm getting so emotional.
Yeah.
Like,
no, because
everybody's, excuse me for a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Okay? This was not supposed to happen on camera.
I promised, but I.
Yeah, so I'm a crybaby already.
That's okay.
Just know that. Yeah, naturally. I cry for everything. Happy, sad, whatever.
Yeah.
But when I speak about the love that's poured into Asahda's and into me, the comments, I'm like a 5-star on Google.
Yeah.
They love, I show out. My mister said to me before, you be doing the most. I had to explain to him, I said, they love it. And I noticed because they tell me.
Right.
Keep on blogging, like keep posting it. When I walk through town and they know who I am and they stop me like, Karima, what's for dinner today? And stuff like that. Or when I walk into one of the establishments and they will not take my money, like my money is no good. Like, but then they'll come into Asahda's and will not allow me to give them anything.
Yeah.
That's love.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Now, is that something that like we were talking about in the original, the first segment about how like opening up a soul food restaurant here is obviously a lot different than opening up in Newark.
Oh.
And so like, you find this space, this space
Excuse
is.
me, guys.
Yeah. All good. All good. We haven't had like a lot of emotion. So I appreciate, like on this show. So I appreciate that. But that just shows like how, and I think that perfectly like sums up like what this segment, like what I want this segment to be all about is like stories like that. So like, it's not just, somebody comes in the door, they buy some fried chicken and then they get the hell out.
Nah.
There's way more to it than that.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what makes it so cool.
Oh, absolutely.
But like when
absolutely.
you found this space and like you knew the space was good and for what you wanted to do, was it something where you like was all the stuff that you were just talking about, was that something that you had expected from like the area of Chatham, or was that just something that kind of like organically happened over the last year plus now?
Let me tell you, I did not expect anything from anyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had no expectations. I pretty much know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. And I know that God didn't bring me this far to let me fall by the wayside.
Right.
So I really wasn't concerned. And I don't want to sound like I'm being cocky.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Although, I won't say but, although when you know your stuff, you know your stuff.
Yeah.
And this is not only something, this is a gift that God blessed me with, but I'm great at it.
Yeah.
And I cook with love.
Right. But I would even say, just like knowing you for the last, 45 minutes. And then meeting you over at Daddy Maddie's, it's just like, and I think all the stuff that you're talking about, and I think we touched on it a little bit in the first segment, it goes way beyond like what you do in the kitchen here. You know what I mean? Like having those relationships like you do with all these people, like that's what makes everything work that. You know what I mean? Because it just transcends just the transaction thing at the counter.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Which I think is really cool. And like I always say, like the more good you put out into the world, you start vibing with people that you vibe with. So if you're a piece of shit, you're gonna vibe with pieces of shit. You know, if you're a good person, you're gonna vibe with good people, and I think that's really what it really comes down to, for sure.
Hello. Your vibe is your tribe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's some real talk. But they're so good to me, and then the reviews and the things that they say to me, and I just want to say this. It keeps me going. Someone makes me cry every day.
Yeah.
One person, at least.
Well, here I am.
There you go. We're close today. And here he go with his mess, okay? So
we almost made it.
Almost, right? I was sucking them down. One person makes me cry every single day. And I want to thank you.
Of course.
For coming through. It was a pleasure meeting you at Daddy's Maddie's. And the fact that you were sitting across from me the entire time, and I had no idea who you were.
Right.
And and that's another thing, Daddy Maddie, like these people are just great. Whew. This man and his wife has shared from paper company to this, to that. It's like nothing. That's why they say a real leader will share.
Yeah.
You'll teach and not worry about whether this person is going to be better than you.
Right.
Or any of those things.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to sit in a room and be like the biggest person in there.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, yeah, totally.
I don't.
Yeah.
I want to sit with people like Daddy Maddie.
Yeah, right.
Pascarella Brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my boy. His dad. That's my boy. His dad comes through here even when I'm closed and I gotta open the door.
Yeah.
It's just respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could be closed and I'm gonna open that door if they come through.
Right.
We could be in passing and he in the truck and I'm in my car and we honking the horn. He come past, he honking the horn. Like they show me so much love. That man pulled up on me with his truck. We did a video outside when I first opened everything. It's just, I love where I come from.
Yeah.
And my town was good to me.
Yep.
Although this is where I belong.
Right.
And when they asked me, well, how did you choose Chatham?
Yeah.
Chatham chose me.
Right.
Because there were several people fighting to get in here.
Yeah.
And 4 guys, it's 4 owners of this place. And I want to say thank you to them too. Like,
can't leave them out either.
You don't always see eye to eye about stuff,
right.
But thank you to you guys too for giving me a chance and an opportunity. Because, to be honest, I'm making history around here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only sister from one end of this highway to the next, literally.
Right. That's awesome.
And I hear there's another soul food place now in Morristown. I'm not sure how true it is, but until I get there, I'm the only soul food in Morris County.
I love that.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I feel good.
Yeah.
Little old me.
Mm-hmm.
Just a sister from Newark who wanted more, and I went for it.
Right. It's awesome.
And I'm up here, and everybody is showing me mad love. And all my people still come through, show me mad love. And now I have more family because these people took me in and they embraced me. And just about every one of them, Charlie's aunt, all of them, they all came in here. If you need anything, you let us know. If you need anything, you let us know. If you need anything, you let us know. Next door, when the kids were working when I first opened and stuff like that, the owner came over. He said, the kids, ever need anything, just send them next door. Who does that?
Yeah. Right. But this is the place. This is where you were, like you said, you were meant to be. Like
this
Chatham.
This is where I belong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
this
awesome.
is where I belong, so I feel good.
Well, I feel good because this episode rocked. This was a great
I
episode.
told you it would.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
You said it when I walked into the door, and I was like, I believe you.
I've
Now
been
here we
looking
are.
forward to this. I actually rescheduled an appointment to make sure that this happened.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Awesome. So if people need to learn more, like let's hit them with the Instagram handle,
Okay.
and then that way they know where to go, and then they can check it out in the Facebook
Okay.
group also.
So we have 2 numbers here. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
One is down, but it looks like I have time to make an appointment where they can get in here. Ever since the snowstorm, it kind of messed some things up, and I
Yep.
haven't been here.
Right.
During the early day part, so they couldn't get in to do what they needed to do. So we have, if you need to reach us, there's a number of ways, if you haven't figured that out. The telephone number, 973-978-4333. Again, 973-978-4333. Once the other line comes back up, I will put that back out there. You can catch us on Instagram at Asahda's Soul Food Restaurant, which is ASAHDAS Soul Food Restaurant. All one word, no caps, all together. You can catch us also on Facebook at Asahda's, ASAHDA''S Soul Food is one word, not separated. SOULFOOD.
Got it.
Restaurant. There you have it. Or you could just stop by. And I'm Karima, located at 262 Main Street in Chatham, New Jersey, the only yellow door out here. Okay, you know I had to stand out, so.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay. We are open Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. to 7 for now. Once this weather breaks, we'll be open a lot much earlier.
Awesome.
And then you guys know I'm not in the classroom in the summertime, so we'll definitely be open during the week a lot earlier.
Awesome.
But come through, check us out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down.
Yes.
Like I'm sold. It's sold. This episode
Yeah.
sold me. If the Instagram didn't sell me, this episode has sold me. So I'm gonna be here. Yeah.
And we have venue space. We have great patio. We have full parking. I can block the lot anytime for events. I cater. Doesn't matter how many people you need it for.
Yeah.
I can make it happen.
Awesome.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah. No, I love that.
All right.
Awesome. So we will make sure we put all the Instagram handle, the Facebook handle, everything, the phone number in the show notes.
Absolutely.
Along with the address. So if you do want to check it out, go check the show notes and come check them out.
Yes.
But Karima, this was an amazing episode.
Yes,
I really
was.
appreciate. I was so excited for this one, as I know you were, and it just blew out
Yes.
any expectations I possibly could have had.
Thank you.
We did it. So
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. So this has been the Greetings from the Garden State podcast. I'm, of course, is Mike Ham. We've been at Asahda's Soul Food in Chatham, New Jersey with Karima Singleton.
Yes.
Thank you for listening,
Thank you.
and we will catch you next time.